Diego Costa. Marriage made in heaven, really. Him and Jose is just his sort of front man, isn't he, Frank? Sort of in there, a little bit physical, a little bit nasty, a bit of that.
Yeah. He didn't. He's not affected this game as much as
the other night.
The other night, obviously, because. But I still think that's down to how slow we've played the ball in midfield, and we haven't played the ball forward enough. But he looks to go in beyond. He wants to be direct and go in beyond and stand on the shoulder of centre halves. And he wants to be in one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but there's loads to come from him. I was disappointed with him in the World Cup, like I mentioned the other night when he played, but he wasn't 100% fit.
No, and he wasn't the only one, was he?
No, exactly.
In the Spanish shirt.
Yeah,
sure.
But he looks like he's coming back to his best. He looks sharp, he's direct, and he's a centre-half's nightmare. The last thing you want a centre-forward to do is be on your shoulder and looking to get in on goal every time he gets an opportunity to. And, there again he shows his unselfishness, where you'd expect him to turn on that, on the half-turn, and smash it at goal or finish.
What I like about him is that he'll maybe not be having his best game, sort of technically, or he hasn't been involved in the game much, but you'll see him affect the centre-half physically, whether he's getting into him like verbally or whatever, but he'll affect the centre-half, and that centre-half will know, even if he hasn't played great for 70 minutes, that centre-half will have been in a tough game for 70 minutes, and sometimes it's towards the end of the games, or because centre-halves are too bothered about having a physical battle with certain players, that your other teammates can get in, or they go to sleep and start thinking about having a fight with you, which I think that he quite enjoys that side of it.
And in terms of what there was last season, for whatever attributes they did have, bar Eto, Torres as the three that were here, none of them have that, do they? None of them are really going to bully a centre-back.
No, I mean, not to the extent that he does. I mean, I think he lives for a good tear-up with a centre-half. We saw it with John last year. I mean, that's a fairly decent clash, them two, innit? They both don't mind that side of it. So when you've got them two on the same team, and then you start thinking of if Drogba's on the pitch, or Jovanovic and Cahill, we look all right,
Yeah,
like physically, it'd be all right if it goes off on the pitch.
Yeah, he reminds me of Mark Hughes in his day. I used to hate playing against him when he was at Man United. And
everyone always says that.
Yeah.
Jason always says the person he hated playing against the most was Mark Hughes.
And then he came to Chelsea, and you're like that, right? Let's see him do it to other people, and you're like that. And I think Costa's similar.
Do you think we'll ever see a situation with him and Drogba both up top there? Maybe in the last 15 minutes
I do.
of the game.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. If we're chasing games like
Old
we were
school,
last
two
year,
up, lump it,
yeah, well, we
back
was.
in.
Last year we did do that. We were chasing games, and we had to throw people on and play two up top.
And Bar went up top,
imagine,
didn't he, and stuff like that.
Imagine Drogba and him.